The big question right now is, are we going to get inflation? Are we going to get deflation? Now, the economists keep saying, oh, we're going to get deflation. There's all this supply. Demand is going to be suppressed, so prices are going to go down. On the other hand, I see inflation because they printed so much money. The Fed has actually printed 30% more M1, i.e. money and near money, in the last 3 months, or the first 3 months of the lockdown. So annualized, that's 100% more money. Obviously, they're not carrying on printing money at that rate, but even 30% more money should, if nothing else changes, create 30% plus inflation. Now, obviously, there's going to be a drag on demand, but nonetheless, there's all this money sloshing about. So you either believe in deflation, like the economists tell you're going to get, or you believe in inflation, like, funny enough, all the people in finance think is going to happen. Now, if there's going to be deflation, you want to be holding cash because the value of your cash goes up and things get cheaper. So you can buy more for your money if there's deflation. And a lot of people would like that because they've got cash. But if you get inflation, then your cash is less stuff. So it becomes devalued. And I think that's where it's going. And a lot of people think that's where it's going because they see all this free money and it's going everywhere. Everything from more money for the unemployed to billions upon billions to corporations. There's money being hosed out into the economy, left, right, and centre, to support it because of the lockdown's effect on effectively pretty much nearly destroying the global economy outright. So all this money's coming in to prop it up while the economies of the world recover from that. Well, they don't seem to be actually recovering that fast, so they're going to have to keep printing. So that means more money. And as people are doing less, because basically, they're not going out so much, they're not going to work so much, the business of the globe is actually being slowed down significantly. So less stuff, more money. That should be inflationary. Now, the thing to look at is the markets to see where that's going to come. And well, gold and silver are on a run. And when I look at gold, I see an absolute price explosion in the not too distant future. It's happening now. It's already happening pretty strongly in silver, which is like basically the fast brother of gold. So silver's on a roll, gold's on a roll. And one of the clues to the fact that a lot of people think inflation is coming is that really kicked off on Monday. And anything that kicks off on Monday is really a steer on what people are worrying about on the weekend. So if something goes crazy up or crazy down on a Monday, it's because everybody was noodling about it on Saturday and Sunday. Well, gold and silver really kicked off on Monday, and it's still pretty strong. And silver is up something like 10% in the last day or so. Well, that says to me a lot of people are worried about inflation, and I think that's right, because I think we're going to get 100% inflation over the next 3 years, maybe 5. And it could be worse, because if the economy doesn't pick up, to support the economy and actually pay for people in the public sector, they're just going to have to print money, like any third world country prints money, because they can't get money from tax. Funny enough, they're going to have a hard time getting money from tax with profits down, aren't they, and with employment down, so they have to print it. So you print money, you get inflation. So that is what I believe is coming. I'm very long on gold and I'm very long on silver and also very long on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a new kind of precious metal in a sense. It's money that can't be inflated, it's highly liquid, it's highly portable, and it's highly fashionable. So gold, silver, and Bitcoin are the places to run in an inflationary scenario. And the way to run this is to have basically your money and your investments in 3 poles: cash, equities, and gold, silver, Bitcoin. And if you think it's going deflationary, you move your cash out of gold and silver, you move more of it into equities, and you move a lot of it into cash. But if you thought it's inflationary, you push the money towards the other pole. So if you thought it's going to be huge inflation, you put it all in gold and silver and Bitcoin. But if you think there's going to be some inflation, you put some in gold and silver and Bitcoin, some in equities, and a little bit in cash. So depending on what you feel is going to be between deflation and inflation and how it works out going forwards, you can just move your money between those 3 things. It's quite cheap to buy and sell equities. It's quite cheap to buy and sell Bitcoin and silver and gold, particularly if your gold exposure is in equities, i.e. gold mines, silver mines, ETFs. And obviously moving stuff to cash is also very cheap. If it does go deflationary, you can just move it into cash. If it does go inflationary, you move it towards gold. And if it goes hyperinflationary, you move it all into gold, Bitcoin and silver. And that's the way to play the near and medium term.